let's get this thing on the road, shall we? My favorite boss this tier has got to be the Jailer. Like, just seeing all these small little puzzle pieces coming together and forming one beautiful picture in the end was a journey to be proud of being a part of, and massive shout out to, of course, the entire strategy team on that fight. It was simply amazing, the progress that we made, and everything about it felt good in the end, despite the line of sight and the mic control things happening. I think it takes the crown by far for me.
My favorite boss fight from the tier must have been Rygolon. Just such a well-designed, compact fight, not too long in duration, action-packed, nice mechanics, tight tuning, and a long-ass burn phase at the end. Super nice.
Favorite boss, I would say, was Dragonflight because of the intensity. You basically never had the moment to relax, and I also had to play my class to its fullest with how feelings, CCing, and so on.
Probably Halondrus. I think it had a lot of different cool things about it. First of all, it's a very technical fight. It kept you on your toes at all times, while at the same time it was constant damage throughout the fight. So it was both a mechanically hard one, it was healing intensive, and there was a good DPS check.
I would say have to be Rygolon. That was a very fast-paced fight with tanks, and it was always something to do. Never these times where you're like, oh, we've already been playing for like 2 minutes. Very, very fast-paced, always a lot to think about and to do.
It may sound weird, but my favorite boss, design-wise, was actually Oracle. I like the simplicity of it, and also the fact that we can use this Ventier port as part of our strategy and make like an unconventional strategy, I guess, for a while.
It's gotta be Halondrus, for sure, since it was such an iconic boss with unique abilities. It did give me some heart attacks though while progging it.
Spell. Oh, this is so...
My favorite boss this year was probably Anduin, a highly technical boss that requires a lot of coordination and has some tight DPS checks. Also my class, the Death Knight, was very important in this fight, so yeah, I would say Anduin, for sure.
What's your favorite moment during the race of first? I think my favorite moment was probably Rygolon, where we actually managed to kill it with 4 healers. It felt really rewarding.
So when we killed Halondrus, I was so excited, and I tried out of sheer excitement to kick the cable protector we had at the venue, but well, I missed, and that caused my shoe to go flying, and it just barely missed a very, very expensive camera. I was really happy I didn't hit that camera.
I mean, naturally, it was not one moment. It was every single day. I woke up, I go into the elevator, I go down to the studio, and I realize upon me, I see right in front of me at my station, I see this beautiful Secretlab chair every morning, and it's just a pleasure to realize this is where I'm gonna sit. This is my throne for the day and the many days to come. Me and my chair sitting there along with my teammates. I mean, that's just the best part of everything. Thank you, Secretlabs, thank you.
My favorite moment during the race towards first was, I think, when we killed Dreadlords on the top of, you know, like the whole meme with it's unkillable, you know, we've been behind the whole time, and then killing Dreadlords and then getting ahead for the first time in the race really gave us that momentum, gave us that energy that we needed in order to then take it home.
If I was to pick one, I would say our Rygolon skill. Like, our confidence was getting better and better with Anduin and Lords of Dread were first, but the moment we killed Rygolon, we knew we were finally at our full strength with just Jailer left, so yeah, we were feeling happy and, you know, also some relief.
The world first kill from Jailer, finishing the tier. I mean, this is kind of what we play for. The huge wave of joy, happiness, relief, pride. I don't know. It's always the best moment of the tier, of course.
Yeah, that was probably the moment we noticed, or well, I noticed, that the healing reduction doesn't work. Apparently more people noticed in the chat, and there were like some people discussing it, but none of us reached us. But when I noticed that it does work, looking at logs, or well, it does most likely work because we didn't have a try without any healing reductions. We only saw the healing reduced version. So we first thought it was a bug that it just heals less, and then we checked. I checked that it was 20%, exactly the same amount as a Warlock healing reduction, and then noticing it works. That was the moment basically where we realized we won as well, and that was obviously very nice. And on top of that, of course, the actual moment where we won. I don't think any other moment competes with this, really.
My favorite moment during the race to world first was most likely the Lords of Dread kill, because I got to coach Narcoles on the Frost Decay, and we used a special tactic to prolong the enrage, and that got us the kill, and from that kill on, we were in the lead, so definitely the Lords of Dread kill. That was a crazy kill.
The most OP class in the race to world first, the purple class.
Warlock.
Demo Warlock. Way too OP.
It's obviously Demo Logs.
The most OP class this race to world first was of course the Resto Druid. It was a shame we didn't have it. Ryzen, our healing officer, he just decided Resto Druid is not going to be good this tier, so we felt the pain and suffering when we were watching Liquid just breeze through all the bosses, and we were stuck there with our priest paladin lineup. Yeah, thank you Ryzen.
I think it's gotta be priest, and more specifically holy priest, since that spec almost never got played in any progression, as far as I can remember. And this tier we had suddenly 2, 3, sometimes even 4 of them in the raid. That's crazy. Definitely. Super OP.
Who's the funniest raider on the team? I mean, I think Lorgok by far is the funniest person to have on the team. It's extra funny because he doesn't try to be funny. He's just funny because I don't know why. And his accent just makes everything funny no matter what he says. He could be just talking about random stuff that is completely normal, but it will just be super funny because he has this Italian accent.
Trade on the team was most likely Lorgok. He always makes us laugh, even if sometimes he doesn't intend to, maybe.
It's gotta be Lorgok.
Must be Lorgok, right?
He just has his moments where he just says weird shit.
I mean, without counting myself, I would say Gingy and Deep Shades.
I don't think any one of them is funny.
The funniest raider on the team is me.
What was the biggest surprise to you this year? So, it was, I wouldn't call it a surprise, but it was definitely something I've never experienced before, and that was being benched.
Well, the biggest surprise was probably the fact that it lasted so long.
I mean, just the length of the tier, of course. I don't think anyone expected it. But I was happily surprised by the tuning of the raid.
Honestly, the raid as a whole was a big surprise, and if it wasn't for the RNG factor with getting force set and the amount of split runs we had to do, this would probably go in my top 3 favorite raids.
I did not expect Talonus to live for more than 300 pulls. That was crazy.
Was when Lorgok walked into the room for the first time. I have never seen such a big man. This man is pristine. He is well taken care of. He is a Goliath.
What is the number one thing that I want in the next expansion? The biggest thing for me would just to be a global release.
What I want for myself, if I had to be selfish, is the global release.
Global release, better class tuning and design obviously, and master loot.
The number one thing I want in the next expansion, Blizzard, and you better listen carefully, is a cohesive world, a new place to be that brings all people together.
I really hope they nail the new talent tree system. I mean, I just feel like the most important thing in the game is how the classes feel to play, how your rotation feels, how much customization you have for different situations and stuff, what tools do you have. I think they really need to focus on that, and I think that's gonna lead the way for the game to be really good.
So when I go into the raid and I get the best gear because I'm a top-notch player in a top-notch guild.
So I would love to see some kind of change, some revamp, whatever, of the BM and MM specs. Change up the rotation, do something to it. Not to say that it's bad right now, like it's fine, but I'm just tired playing a very similar rotation for 2 or 3 expansions consecutively. I think it's time for a change.
I need to be able to show that stuff off. I need clean looking weapons, armor, and the perfect place in the new capital to show that off. Thank you, Blizzard.
This was the longest race war first ever. How did the Secretlab Titan perform? No memes. It's actually the best gaming chair I've ever had. I'm not exaggerating. It's not a hashtag ad opinion.
This bad boy over here. I actually had one of these, like an early version, back in NA when I was in Overwatch League. It is already super solid back then. And this new version, the 2022 version, even better. Such a nice chair. The build quality is top notch. Just a pleasure to sit on it. Had no problems during the 18 days.
You can see here, I have my beauty here. It's been lasting me a long time back here, and I mean, I can't complain.
The performance of the Secretlab chairs at the event were surprisingly good, okay? There are so many things that you don't really like notice when you're sitting there 14 hours a day. And the one thing you didn't notice was the chair. And when you don't notice the chair after sitting on it for 16 hours every day for 18 days straight, even more, then that is a major plus for the quality of the chair, okay? Like, you want this guy to just take care of you. You don't have to worry about your chair. And the chair took care of me, and I mean, what more could you possibly ask?
So the chair definitely performed the best out of any gaming chairs I ever had. And since I'm both a gamer and a bodybuilder, I put a lot of stress on my back. You know, sitting all day, lifting heavy things. So having a comfortable chair is really, really important. And I don't think I'm ever going back to anything else, because I've been really, really amazed by how comfortable it is.
Between the resting position that I took on the Secretlab chair during the splits, which was very comfortable, and the swinging that Clix's chair took, that I could see right in front of me, constantly, I would say that it gets a 10 out of 10.
Would you recommend the Secretlab chairs? I mean, no. It's the best one I ever sat on, the best chair. But I don't think you guys should get it, because that would give lose our competitive advantage. So please, if you're competing in WoW, do not take this chair. It might make you too good of a player.
Of course, in fact, I recently just gifted one to my girlfriend, a pink one, and she's very happy with it too.
I mean, that one we had at the event, I would definitely recommend.
I mean, yes. I honestly feel it's the best gaming chair on the market, at least. From all the gaming brands that's like marketed towards the gamers, I would say it's the best one I've had, at least. So, thumbs up.
And I think that's a resounding yes from my side, of course. I was sitting on that thing for 16 hours a day, endlessly, and my butt has never felt better.
Yes, I think anyone who would purchase a Secretlab chair will be like not just how comfortable and how nice it is, but also the many variations, colors, designs that they have, so that you can get a not just a nice, comfortable chair, but also a really, really nice looking chair that will fit your setup.
So over the years, I've tried quite a few chairs. Oh yeah. So I think I can pretty much tell quite easily whether it's a good chair or a bad chair. And from the moment I sat down on this guy, I could instantly feel the quality, the comfort, everything. Just so good. So yeah, I would 100% recommend it.
Yes, I would definitely recommend Secretlab chairs. It was a lot to win the race world first, and I have one myself as well now, and super comfortable, best chair I ever had.
Thank you, Preheat, for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and put your thoughts of the chair down below, especially the looks of it, since you can't feel it. It's only me that can feel it. So if you can put that in comment below what you think of how it looks, especially in the studio with the blue and the red, like the Horde and Alliance World of Warcraft theme here in the studio, that would be great. So if you could like, subscribe, and put that comment down below.